welcome to another vlog. My name is Ashane. Today we are at the beautiful southern coastal town called Galle in Sri Lanka. That's the heart of the southern province, and I'm at a very special place today. You are probably wondering what's right behind me. Oh, it's a cannon, but it's not working. It's a dummy. So I am at a UNESCO World Heritage called Galle Fort, and it's a very special place in this city. I'm going to explore this place and show you the significance and the history, rich history of this place. And let's get going, explore this wonderful place. So I am here at the very specific place that Portuguese, under the leadership of Lorenzo de Almeida, made their first landing. And since they arrived, they made a lot of changes. They arrived in 1505, and they did a lot of changes in the country, on the island, with the close friendship with the King Dharma Parakram Bahu, the king who was back then in the country. As soon as these Portuguese landed here, this naturally formed harbor was the one that caught their eye first. And then, apart from this beautiful harbor with this strategic harbor, the other things that caught their eye was superior quality products like ivory, gems, cinnamon, and also pepper, and also other spices. And that was their initial plan, to send these superior quality products from this harbor. So that was interesting, and many of them came for stuff like that. So even before the Portuguese arrived right here in this place, one of the world's greatest traveler, Ibn Battuta, had touched the base at this port. And that's basically the history of this port. And also this strategic location, as you can see, it made a prominent trading hub for the merchants from across the world, like from Asia, Europe, and also from Arab. And this port attracted many merchants across the world. That's a very interesting fact. And look at the view from this place, and as you can see, there is a rainbow rising up, and it was just a bit drizzling a while ago. And right now behind me there is a beautiful rainbow over the port. That's amazing. So let's get going to the other places and discover other areas. So these are the sentry points that used to guard this fort. Some of them here, and also another sentry point here. So there are few areas, and also lot of prisons. So in later years, this fort served as a prison camp to incarcerate the native Sinhalese who opposed the Portuguese. And then later, Portuguese tried to move to Colombo as they preferred the latter. But there was a ferocious king in the kingdom of Sri Lanka, and in 1581 he attacked Portuguese, and Portuguese had to move back to Galle. They had to withdraw as they lost that battle against the king of Sri Lanka in 1581. Initially this port, and then after they had to do something, and then initially they had to build this port out of mud and palm trees. That's what they used to create this port in the beginning. That was also a interesting history. There were few battles for this fort, not only from Portuguese, also this native Sinhalese kings. They tried to attack this fort many times. So basically there are 3 bastions that used to protect this fort, and I am here at one of the bastion that's called Sun Bastion. As you can see, they place few cannons, and they are not the original ones. They are kind of a dummy. Yes, they are dummy, and these are the place that used to aim the land side, especially this Sun Bastion used to protect the land side, and also I'll walk through the other 2 bastions, which are Moon Bastion and also the Star Bastions. When I go there, I'll talk about them more, and for now this is the one of the bastion. You can see they directly aiming at the lands. So the reason why they try to put more protection to the lands was there were many native Sinhalese kings. They tried to attack and capture the Galle Fort. And also at the Sun Bastion there is another map of the Galle Fort, the architectural map here at the Sun Bastion, mini Galle Fort. There is the clock tower, famous clock tower right there, and also the other buildings. So in 1640 there was another event that took in place here in Galle, that Dutch Indian company, which is called the famous VOC, and joining the hand with the native king Raja Singha II, and with over 2,500 soldiers they invaded this place and attacked the Portuguese, and then capture the fort from the Portuguese. So after Portuguese had to withdraw from this place in 1640, and after Dutch, what they did was they rebuilt and put their most advanced technology to protect this fort against any attacks. That's what they did in the beginning, as soon as they captured this fort. And also after the moon bastion, which is I'm standing right here. It's a very strategic place, and as you can see, there are some guys playing football on the moon bastion, and they placed many cannons around there. And this moon bastion was securing both sea and also the land, both sides. This moon bastion used to be a very strategic place, from securing the sea right there and also the moon, the land, any attacks that would come through. And also right in front of the moon bastion, you can see there is a ground. That's the world famous cricket ground. If you are a cricket fan, they are just being ready for the Pakistan and Sri Lanka test match, which is going to be on 16th of July. That also very unique place right in front of the goal. So after British came to Sri Lanka, and then they took control of this port in 1796, right after a week since they captured Colombo. And then they did many modifications to this fort, such as adding extra modifications. They did some modifications such as building moats, and also adding some of their technology to these bastions, 3 bastions around here, to secure the fort from any native attacks. And Sri Lanka became a colony of British formally from 1850 up to we get the independence in 1948. And then as soon as this British capture Galle Fort, they prefer Colombo as their capital. They build the Colombo fort, and then the interest of this Galle Fort declined after they captured, and then they used this one as their southern headquarters. That's basically the history of this fort. So let's dive into other areas and find out what's really happening over there. So now I am at the very famous clock tower. Dr. Anthony, he was a pioneer against the demolition of these ramparts in the Galle Fort in 1883, and that's the reason this clock tower was built in memory of that amazing human being. Also, this clock up there, the machine is also bought from England in 1883 by the gentleman named Samson Rajapaksha, who was another wealthy guy back in the days. So I am right in front of the commander's house, and this building used to be a commander's house, and in opposite of it there is a long building, and this building used to be a warehouse for the Dutch back in the days, and now it serves as a maritime archaeological center. And in this archaeological center there are many informations that belongs to ancient maritime trades, what's really happened around the coastal area of Sri Lanka. So this is the place, and I already been in the museum, but they didn't allow me to film in it, so I just took some photos, and I need to get some permission from the Central Cultural Fund, so it's a long process. So maybe I'll give it a try soon to go in and video in the museum. So I hope this will work, but I am going to try. Let's see what will happen. And anyway, I'm heading to the other areas of the fort. So still I'm not finished, so I got to do a lot of walking around the fort. And there is another gentleman here, right here, and he got some snakes. That's a python, and there is a cobra in it.
Sri Lanka?
Malangkai. Oh, the crab.
This is cobra. Come, langat in.
There's a cobra.
Python,
and also a python. Dalang at dugi.
Talaga. This is cobra. Open, langat in fire.
I'm very scared to get close to him. Even though he's poisonous.
Big one.
It's a huge one. And also he got the python.
Catch kar
Eh?
Catch kar ba?
He's just telling me to put this python around my neck, so I'm a bit scared. And so python, and I'm gonna say bye to my friend here. See you later. So that was in the beginning, it was a bit scary, but the python, you know, like, it's a very innocent snake, but the cobra was there, was crazy. But even though they had like removed his poisons from his body, still that was a cobra, so no doubt. These are the sentry box back in the days. They used to stay in and look for the enemies from these boxes. There are over 100 of these boxes around the fort that that keep these areas safe from the native attacks from the land. So another significant attraction at the Galle Fort is this colonial era Dutch Reform church that dates back to the 18th century. And and there was a very interesting story, and in the beginning I just went straight in and started to film in the church, and then the gentleman who was in the church informed me that it's not allowed to do the video or to get to videos or photos in the church without the permission of the father of this place. So, and if I want to get a, usually please be sure to get the permission if you ever want to take video of this old church. And it's a very unique place. In 1755, the commander who was in charge of Galle, his name was Casparus de Jong, and his wife donated the funds, the money to build this amazing church. They did that very interesting act as a thanksgiving for the birth of their daughter, which they had waited for many years. And that was another story that related to this church. The Anglican church right behind me was built during the British regime in 1871, and the famous architecture who called James G. Smither was the one who's responsible for this beautiful architecture. So that's the history of this church. And look at this, I feel like I'm in a different country, to be honest. Every time when I visit this place, I feel like different vibe, and I feel like I'm in a different part of the world, not in Sri Lanka. So look at this magnificent place. So this area is the roof of the gunpowder magazine, and I think right below this we used to have gunpowder. And you can see also here it's a very dark area, probably this area used for something. And look at this view. Sun is just setting up for the day, and also it's drizzling right now. I don't think it's gonna rain, but it's drizzling, which is beautiful. Look at the view of this area. I think most of you now have a glimpse of an idea what's really went through around this area and why this place was so important to most of the Europeans. Because this place provided for them many things. This fort was very important for them because they had lots of things to do. They had this fort basically served them for as their trading hub. That's the reason they did the very best to secure this place. And I'm Click on this. There are many tourists right now here in at the Galle Fort, and guys, look at this view. And also, despite many challenges in the past, maybe now you know why this place become popular amongst the tourists as well as locals. So even if it's a weekday, you can see there are many people like sitting on the ramparts, on the walls, to witness this breathtaking sunset. Many kites along the way. Kids are having fun, families are having fun. It's a very crowded place during the sunset, to be honest. There are thousands of people around the ramparts. See many people, and also there is a very interesting fact about this area. During the daytime there are many loud birds sitting on the ramparts. I wish if I could show you, but unfortunately I cannot take any video of anyone, so which is not really good. Some guys are fishing and some of them are swimming in the sea, but it's not a safe area to swim around here. It's a very rocky area, and right now I'm just walking towards the lighthouse, the famous lighthouse, which used to give signals to the ships in this area, and that also became a landmark actually in this fort actually. And also there is another iconic landmark within the Galle Fort. As you can see, it's right there, standing within 26 meters. This serving as a landmark, and also as a landmark that reminds us about our maritime history. And also it's not serving as a landmark, it's doing a huge task by securing the boats entering this bay and keeping them safe from this rocky area. As you can see, loads of rock, and also I can see there are many boats just sailing towards the deep sea right next to the within a kilometer from the lighthouse. So that also an incredible place, and also that became popular amongst many Instagram photographers. And also right in front of the lighthouse there is a mini beach, beautiful small beach. Anyone can jump in and have some fun, and it's perfectly safe, and it's surrounded by some buoys, which is interesting. And look at the Galle Harbor. That's the reason many Europeans try to get to this place. So I'm gonna walk to the streets now. I've been walking around these areas for hours, so I am gonna head to the streets, and they are also very interesting, very colorful, and let's go and find out why it is. This mosque called Mira Mosque, and it's built in 1901, I guess, as I remember. And you already seen, you know, there are many landmarks, many religions that living within this fort, this area. And also there is another temple with and I'm gonna walk towards that area. There is a temple right there, and each of these landmarks, this mosque, as you saw mosque and a church, there are few churches, everything just right there within few meters, few hundred meters from each other, and which is fascinating. And then it shows us the cultures that living within this fort, and also the people's unity, which is incredible. I think that's the reason also that this place still looks fantastic, because of its people. And there are many activities going at the Galle Fort. So you can see some boys are playing cricket, and some of them are jogging, and some of them flying kites, and some family just having a great time, some of them having a beer. Everyone is having a great time. Dharmalaya temple. You see there are similarities of each and every of these buildings. And also this building also used to be a church, and then later they reformed as a Buddhist temple. You can see the uniqueness of this place, each and every. And also you see right there, right behind the temple, there's the church. Everything within few hundred meters, which is incredible. So that's the uniqueness of this place. And let me wander these streets and show you more what's really going in the fort. So let's get going. So I'm back in the fort, and I'm just roaming around the streets, and as you can see the vibe here, it feels like I'm in another country. And there are many restaurants and gift shops, souvenirs for the tourists, and as well as for locals. And there is another souvenir and gift shop called Night MM47. So let's go in. Hello sir.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
I'm just wandering around the souvenir shop.
Okay.
So there are few items, like if you like to have a cloth, like local cloth, and some gifts for your loved ones, and also paints, necklaces, rings. Many stuff are available here. Pretty amazing. Let's just have a look of these elephants, little ones. Right. Thank you, sir.
Welcome.
So let's go out and let's roam around this area. Hello. There is a different vibe here at night. So wandering around the fort, these streets, that's wonderful streets, looks really amazing, and you will find many vibrant cafes and really lot going on around this area in the day and day out. So if you are wandering around this area, you need to make sure to indulge some of the taste, Sri Lankan taste from these restaurants, this vibrant cafe here. And you can thank me later. And also another fact that in this Galle Fort there are like over 400 buildings, and each and every building right here has a different vibe, and everything has the Dutch influence, even from the streets, from the buildings. Wherever you go, you would find the colorful, vibrant and unique Dutch architectural structures. And also there is another fact, this place has become a popular place for the couples, and if you are going around in this area in the morning, you would find hundreds of couples taking their photos, wedding photos, as they going to start a new journey together. So they would start by taking photos at the Galle Fort, in this historical place. From its captivating architectures to the vibrant streets here in the Galle Fort, you cannot find this uniqueness and also the history and the significance from anywhere in the world. So you should visit this incredible place and get that unique experience. So my day is going to come to an end. I hope to see you guys soon in another wonderful place from a wonderful video. For now, see you guys soon. Have a great day, everyone.